know what the heck they're doing in my resolution.
During discussion. Right. During discussion.
You want mine, Kevin?
Yeah, cause I just lost my whole mind. Ah, there we go. Keep going in the booklet, right? Persevere, alright. Sorry about the delay in game.
Oh, it's been taken care of.
Alrighty, so the first resolution, is gonna be 22-79. 2279. Motion, be whereas a resolution was duly adopted by the town board of the town of Scholar Falls at its regular meeting held introducing proposal of local law 2 of 2022 entitled a local law to override the tax levy limit established in general municipal law 3C, and whereas the public hearing concerning said local law was duly advertised in the Press Republican for the official newspaper of the town, and whereas the public hearing was held on and all parties in attendance were permitted an opportunity to speak on behalf of or in opposition of said proposed local law or any part thereof, and whereas the town board of the town of Scholar Falls after due deliberation finds that it is in the best interest of the town to adopt said local law, now therefore be it resolved that the introductory local law number 2 of 2022 entitled a local law to override the tax levy limit established in general municipal law 3C and be the same is hereby adopted as local law number 2 of 2022 and the adoption of said local law to the Secretary of the State. So if I could get a motion.
Motion.
By Mr. Parati.
Second.
Second by Mr. Newland. Any discussion?
Yes. Just based on a couple of things. I just now received this budget tonight. Okay, just based on that, and based on the fact that this really doesn't have to be done tonight, that's my concern. It's just my concern as a board member. So, based on that, I'll just probably cast a no vote on it.
Alright, well,
That's all.
you say it doesn't have to be done tonight, but there are time limits when we have to have this
Yeah.
back to the comptroller's office. So
Right.
if we don't do it tonight, we're not gonna have time to get it in. Because we'd have to have another public hearing, and then you'd have to wait a month to do that and advertise it, and then we would have to approve it in December, which would be.
That's your opinion, and that's respected.
No, it's not an opinion, it's fact.
It has to be done before the budget is passed.
That's correct.
And that's November
November
10th.
what? November 10th?
10th or 11th.
Okay, we're not to November yet.
I know, but it takes 21 days for the Secretary of State to send it back to us, to file it, to make it that it's the law.
Okay, that's just my opinion. We can call a special meeting on it, maybe. Maybe it could be tabled, but I don't think I have a second on a table.
Mike,
so-
do you have anything to add?
fine.
I mean, is there, what I'm
It's fine.
saying is that
Yeah.
pretty much,
Yeah, I mean, this is, like I say, most people pass this in, or most towns pass it in January or
Yeah,
February.
no, that's all I have.
Oh, right off the bat, at
Yeah,
the beginning.
they just get it done.
I
Yeah.
think they used to do it here when it looked like by the end of August.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're late. We're pushing it now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess that brings us to roll call.
Mr. Newton?
Yes.
Mr. Parati?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Facto?
No.
Mr. Randall?
Yes. So approved. Alright, 2280, motion by whereas the Association of Town is holding a planning and zoning school on October 6th, 2022, and whereas Reggie Facknor, town councilman, would like to attend the training and whereas Michael Snyder, Highway Superintendent, would like to attend a training on October 12th, 2022 in Canton regarding snow and ice control. Be resolved that the town board authorizes the attendance of said conferences and expenses will be chargeable to the general fund as provided for in 2022 budget. Cost of the town would be approximately $90 for the one-day conference for Mr. Facto plus mileage, and cost to the town would be $50 for one-day conference for Mr. Snyder, who will be using the town truck and not have any incur any travel expenses like Mr. Facto. So can I get a motion?
Motion. Burn.
By Mr. Bruno,
Second.
seconded by Mr. Newton. Discussion, the only thing I would say on this is I hope that Mr. Facto remembers that when we have other training, I'm not against training, I've said that right straight through, but that he remembers that as he likes to attend training, other people not only like to attend training, but it is necessary. Because I know at several points during the past couple of years, he's been opposed to several trainings that we wanted to attend. Having said that,
I don't ever recall that,
Okay.
ever.
fair enough,
I should pull the minutes up so I can read it.
fair enough.
Did I deny you training?
No, I said
I
you
don't
were,
believe you're correct.
no, I said you
I don't
were
believe you're
opposed
correct.
to sending training.
I don't believe you're correct.
I know I am, but that's, I'm not gonna argue with it. I said what I
Ready?
wanted to in the discussion, period.
Mr. Newton.
Yes.
Mr. Parati.
Yes.
Mr. Bruno.
Yes.
Mr. Facto.
Abstain.
Mr. Randall.
Makes sense. Okay, approved, yes. Resolution 2281. Motion by whereas the Clinton County Soil and Water Conservation District has funded for the local highway salt reduction environment protection project grant that would benefit the town's highway equipment to be a cost-effective practice that leads to the reduction of road salt application on roads, and whereas a proposal will be submitted by the highway superintendent to be reviewed, ranked, and funded up to a award of one, I think that's supposed to be $1,500, isn't it?
I just don't have the period in it.
So there's a missing decimal.
Put the
there.
period.
Yeah.
Just 1,500.
Alright, so $1,500, with the application to have a match of at least 25% of the amount requested, so we'd have to fund it the other $1,500. Resolved that the town board approves and authorizes the submission of the proposal.
We'd have to fund 1,500 or only 25%?
25%,
Okay.
yep, of that 1,500.
Okay, motion.
You're right, I apologize, I
Second.
say another 1,500. So, Mr. Newton and Mr. Parati.
Hey, Mr. Newton.
Yes.
Mr. Parati.
Yes.
Mr. Bruno.
Yes.
Mr. Facto.
Yes.
Mr. Randall.
Yes. And that is approved. Resolution 2282. Motion by be it resolved that the town board authorize the supervisor to sign the memorandum of understanding between the town and the Lower Saranac Hydro Parties LLC for the purpose of establishing a framework of cooperation upon which the town of Scholar Falls and Lower Saranac may work collaboratively to install and maintain a convenient access to a public bike fix-it station on private property. So the memorandum of understanding attached to the resolution. If I can get a motion, we'll discuss it.
Motion.
Mr.
Second.
Parati. And by Mr. Facto. So basically what happened here is, from the complete streets grant at, that the Clinton County had, the Clinton County Health Department had, where we got all the signage and all the stuff with the crosswalks and all the other stuff. Melina got a hold of me and said that they had Bike Fix-It station. They would like to put it down between the bridges on the Military Turnpike there. That is the Hydro Dam's property. She procured a memorandum of understanding between them and us after I brought it back to this board, and the board was willing to accept it. We do have that Bike Fix-It station there. I then are here now. I also conferred with Sam to make sure he was willing to have it. This is part of the Saranac Greenway Trail, and that's why they wanted it there. If you need any other information on that, let me know. All right, roll call.
Mr. Newton?
There is a typo in the second
yes.
line on the word lower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, love.
okay.
At least I said it right, right?
Yeah, yes. Yeah.
All right, I guess we'll go to roll call now.
Mr. Newton?
Yes.
Mr. Parati?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Facto?
Yes.
Mr. Randall?
Yes. So approved. Okay, Resolution 2283. Motion by, whereas it is the desire of the town board of the town of Scholar Falls to raise the income level guideline for real property tax relief for persons 65 years of age and older from the current amount, which is $24,000 to $26,000, and whereas such change would require a local law, which first requires a public hearing, be it hereby resolved that the town board of the town of Scholar Falls will hold a public hearing on October 25th, 2022 at 5:45 p.m. at the Town Hall on Mason Street to hear comments for or against proposed local law. So, can we get a motion
Motion?
by Mr. Newman?
Second.
Mr. Bruno, discussion. Basically what I did is I had our assessor pull all of the nearby towns. Actually, pulled them all. I should say nearby, pulled them all. And it looks like on the upper scale of things, nobody is over 26,000. So if we increase this to 26, we'll be in alignment with the highest of every other town. And 26,000 a year is not a lot of income for somebody to live on, so that extends that, that 50% benefit of tax, or less tax, to those individuals.
Mr. Newton?
Yes.
Mr. Parati?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yep.
Mr. Facto?
Yes.
Mr. Randall?
Yes. And we will say approved. All right, this is a budget transfer. 22-84. Be it resolved that the town board of the town of Scholar Falls approves the following general fund budget transfers from WML.0909.001 fund balance.
.000.
Okay, .000. Fund balance on reserve, $6,000 to WML.8310.400 administration contingent event, $6,000 to cover the cost of expenses of Labarge Chew Gate. So can I get a motion
Motion.
Mike?
by Mr.
Second.
Parati and by Mr. Newton?
Who is the motion?
Mike.
Mike Parati.
Okay, Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Newton?
Discussion, please.
Yep.
Sorry. Kevin, does this cover which project? Morrisonville Water District, Macy Lane Water District or the proposed Rixon Avenue
This
project?
one is for Macy Lane.
Okay, thank you.
And
I didn't notice it on here.
Yeah. it's, and that's the minutes of that
Oh,
other
okay,
meeting
I
where we had
understand.
approved up to $30,000 in Macy Lane.
Yeah.
That keeps it in Macy Lane, the rest would be taken.
It
out
just
of
wasn't
ARPA
on here,
fund.
I didn't know. That's
That
all.
WML is
It
Macy
is
Lane.
Lane.
Okay, thank you.
Alright. Any other question?
No.
Or discussion?
No.
Okay.
Roll call.
Where were we? Mr. Parati,
Yes.
Mr. Facto?
Yes.
Mr. Randall?
Yes. So approved.
Did you get the first two?
Yes.
Yeah, they did that before.
Alright. Regular meeting, September 27th, 2020, resolution 2285. Okay. Be it resolved that the town board of the town of Scholar Falls approves the following grant fund budget transfers from WM.0909.000 fund balance unreserved $7,500 to WM.8310.400 administrative contingent. Again, to cover expenses of the barge to date. This one is Morrisonville. So can I get a motion
Motion.
by Mr. Bruno,
Second.
by Mr. Newman? Discussion?
Is this a final or is there gonna be more added to this?
No, this will, what this is of the grant administration and the WIA re-grant, which was 40, don't quote me, a little over $4,300. They included a ton more into that near WIA this time. So, anyways, it still didn't charge us full price on the WIA because they had already submitted one last year. If that answers your question.
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Newton?
Yes.
Mr. Parati?
Yes.
Mr. Facto?
Yes.
Mr. Randall?
Yes. So approved. That takes care of those. What I will do, we are gonna have a quick executive session before I do that.
We'll do claims. Wanna do claims first?
Yeah, we're gonna do, the claims and then I'll ask, if there's any public comment before we hold everybody here for another 20 minutes. Claims, general fund, 2000,
23.
you know why? Cause I just lost my whole train of thought because I didn't do the audit only, excuse me. Claims, audit only, 2022011123 through 2022011136. Claims, 2022011156, 2022012252. And payroll claims 20221090 through 2022011122 and also 2022011137 through 2022011155. Now we'll get into that. General fund, $23,496.70. Highway, $19,358.53. Audit only, $3,628. Woods Mills Water, $393.65. Morrisonville Water, $13,363.62. Macy Lane Water, $5,656.25.
Motion to pay the claims?
Motion by Mr. Newman,
Second.
by Mr. Parati. Roll call.
Discussion on
Yeah.
that.
Oh, go ahead.
Kevin, I have one invoice that I want to ask about, and the number, I hate to confuse you on this, but the number is 2021-1340-0003. And I don't see it on here, so I didn't know when to ask about it. Should I do that now?
What was it? Was it a payroll
It was,
only?
no, it was an ARPA fund expense on Rixon Avenue. It was in this packet right here. It was a payment, it was $2,000 from LaBerge Engineering. And I have a question on it.
It was in here?
It was, let me see, it was here, Kevin, in this group, because I
Do
didn't
you know
sign
where,
it.
do you know where it is?
No, I don't. It's, I've got the number on it, and I didn't see it on here, so I didn't know what to do with it. It was through the ARPA funding.
What was the number
That
again,
ends
Rich?
in 0003.
Yes, Howard, it was 2021-1340-0003.
2021?
Yeah, it was 2021, yes.
It's gotta be a typo.
Let me see the file and I'll look at one of them.
Can I see your, the ledger?
Yep.
That's looking for the birds, right?
Yeah, I love her.
It's in the beginning.
Mike, did you ever, get anywhere with the uniforms?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a nice old business, I could have brought up.
Scholar Falls, Rixon.
Big.
All right, I've got
Has he got it?
They're still not final.
I think so.
2022-01-236.
The availability.
236.
But we went to change
What is
contract.
it?
No.
2022-01-236.
236. Not 230.
Could I see it, please?
Scholar Falls, Rixon Avenue.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's in here. $2,000. 2022.
See, this is the one, Kevin, on the say, on the invoice? On the invoice number down, it's got for 2021. That's how I got that number, but
Yeah, that's a their invoice number. That's not
Delivered there.
ours.
So they're compensating.
That's our voucher.
okay, but that's understandable. I didn't know it.
That's the
So,
Verge's invoice number. You know what I'm saying?
okay,
That's the company's invoice number on that bill.
okay, but anyway, I've got discussion on it. I'll be real brief.
Yep.
Okay,
Just so we don't get it confused in the, split that all.
yeah, I'm sorry about that. I
No, that's
didn't
all right.
realize that.
I just wanna make sure that we didn't.
Okay, then? My concern is this. On the Ritson Avenue project, I have a concern with using ARPA funding for that project. And I have reasons why. The main reason why is being used on some private property up there, not municipal property. And I don't think ARPA should be used to fund that project. That's all I have to say on it. So I'd like to, on that particular number, I'd just like to vote no on my approval of that. That's all. But the rest of them, I approve of. Okay? That's it. Thank you.
Well, now you're gonna have to tell me how to do that. So do I just put,
I think you could say, I'm gonna assume that they're gonna,
pay the
vote unanimously to, pay the claim with the exception of Mr.
Mr.
Facto
Facto.
on that particular claim.
Just that one only, yes.
So
Yes.
on 22-0, what was it, 1136 or something like that?
Rickson Avenue?
And none of that has been determined yet. This is on engineering of the project and everything that LaBerge has did yet, to surveying, to engineering, to getting the water. Nobody's been hired and nobody's decided whether it's going through. This is the engineering on that project, if we continue with it. Just to be clear.
Okay, that's all I have, Kevin. Thank you.
Alright, so I guess we're to roll call with the
Mr.
exception
Bruno?
of his.
Mr. Facto, and I've got you noted in the minutes that you don't want that one.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Newton?
Yes.
Mr. Parati?
Yes.
Mr. Randall?
Yes. Alright, if we have any public forum addresses, I guess we would do that, you know, and then we'll go into executive session, hopefully.
Kevin,
It'll be quick.
Per our discussion, I'm gonna be leaving at this point. I gave you some.
Okay,
advice
thank you.
there. Hopefully you can read it.
Yep,
Usually
if
small
not,
writing.
I have to find you.
Yeah. Alright, very good. Good
All
night,
right,
everyone.
good night, and thank you, I
Have
appreciate
a
it.
good one, Mike.
Okay, thanks. Thank you, Mike.
Yes, Mr.
Two
Moore.
questions. 2 months ago, we had a great article for the zoning guy to take care of some of the dumps around the town. Well, there was the one behind where the old House of Pine Road is. It's been going on for years now and keep getting the same story. And the feral cats are getting ridiculous over there. You can hear them crying the other night, you swear the kids are in the building.
Yeah.
Is anything being, and all we keep hearing from you is there's a lawsuit going on or something like that.
I didn't say a lawsuit, but there's legal action going on, and, there's been a new development in that case too, because, basically, the property, from what I understand, has been taken over by the bank now.
Well, all four of his properties haven't paid taxes this year in the paper again.
Okay, so, we're in a process right now of getting hold of the bank, cause that, if you wanna go down to Clinton County Real Property Office, you'll find out who that mortgage holder is now and who's foreclosing on it. We just found that out, I think, like last week, 3 or 4 days ago. It's brand new, you'll see it if you look it up. So now we have to contact that bank, and from what I understand, the preliminary contact has been made, and they're looking into what they gotta do to rectify their issue down there. I think they're actually, I don't wanna misspeak for them, but I think they're actually getting bids on who to clean it up.
And what's up with Macy Lane water? The guy's already been around, LaBerge has, because I talked to the guy, don't ask me what these numbers and the pins in the road all over the place that he put in, but that's been over almost 2 months now.
Yeah. So, from what I understand, the surveying is completed. So now he's working on the engineering maps, which is basically what we just approved for the Rixon Ave, is the engineering maps. Then those have to go to the Clinton County Health Department, where usually Ryan Davies handles that, looks at them. They have to approve the project, and then we can start working pretty much as soon as we get bids on it.
Possibility this year before the winter?
You know, I just got asked that by Rixon Ave, and they're a little bit ahead of you. I said, I'm not quite sure. I wouldn't want to say that it would be this fall, but I did tell them that by next year, in the spring, everything, if it doesn't happen this fall, it all depends on how quick the winter turns. Whether or not they're gonna be able to put that out for bid. The problem with even that project is it's big enough that you're gonna need a pretty good sized construction company to do it. And they're finishing up the bids that they had from June already of this year, or earlier, I should say. So I'm not saying it's a no, but if I had to guess, I would say it would be first thing in the spring, would be ready to go. We would probably bid that one out, I would guess, sometime in February or March, like we would the other one, so that everything's set to go in the spring. Because it's very hard to get contractors to do anything extra other than what they're finishing up right now, because they know the weather's changing.
Yeah.
But we're making headway. Or at least we're
The
stepping in
stuff
the
that's all
right-
marked on the road will all be wore off before they come anyways from the birds.
Yeah, well, they just had that there so that they know what the elevations and what they're changing, but that's all part of his engineering calculations. He's got everything that he needs to do his engineering. That was part of the surveying so that he could then put it in paper in engineering.
Yep.
So I don't think that interrupts or changes anything on the project at all, whether it goes to the winter or now that they've got what they need, so he can put it on paper. But he said it'll go pretty much as fast as the other one, once they got the surveying done. It's not a huge project for LaBerge, I'll tell you that.
No.
But it's a big enough project that I don't know if we can get somebody to bid it before snow flies or the frost is on the ground.
Right.
We may, I don't know.
Yeah, you know.
I would just say acting conservatively,
Spring.
first thing in the spring would be like probably the realistic one. To answer your question.
The cheaper probably, or it could be.
Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't want them to do it through the winter, that's for sure. You know, but if they had time to do it before fall, it's hard. There is so much money out there on projects going out at the state and federal level that all these contractors don't care. I shouldn't say that. I'm just saying that they're not hurting for bids. Let's say that. All right. So I guess that brings us to a quick executive session, personnel issue.
Why don't you announce the meetings so that people can go home instead
I
of
can do
sitting?
that. Yeah, we just
So I
want
could be
that.
the lone Maytag person.
Good thing you keep me in the line. Put my glasses so Vern don't have to correct me here.
I hate to jump in and ask this, but this new zoning board member, Michael MD,
Yep,
I didn't notice his name,
he's not on there.
but did he sign up? He had said he was gonna,
No, it's
So
not a
He
quorum.
never let us know.
okay.
He did contact me, to tell you what happened. He contacted me and he asked if I was going to that seminar. And I said, unfortunately, with everything I got going on right now,
Yeah,
and I knew you were already going,
Sure.
to bring feedback to us.
yeah.
I said, I'm not. He asked for a ride and he would say that way I can kinda pick your brain and you can kinda use your wealth of knowledge to enlighten me. And I said, I'd love to do that, but I said, you know, I'm not going, but Reggie would, probably, you know.
He had contacted me about a week ago and said he wanted to go.
He didn't
Yeah,
contact.
but if he didn't-
Did he get registered?
I know he came down and spoke to Mary one day.
No,
she
because
did.
we talked
Okay.
about
The
it.
only one she got
Was you.
was from
Okay.
Mike and from you.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, reach out to Reggie and ask,
Sure.
because he wanted a carpool.
Sure.
I said, I'm sure Reggie would do that with
Yeah.
it, because he is going, and, you know, it would be paid for, and you're a
Okay.
CBA board
Understandable.
member. But, yeah,
Alright,
But he never, if he went online and did it, he never brought it down here. And
okay.
he may not have known enough to do that, I don't know. You know what I'm
He
saying?
was told to sign up himself, and I think he did. So,
If he signed
I'll
up,
check with him.
let me know, and we'll
Alright.
see what we can do.
Alright, alright,
I mean, usually we do these by resolutions for
I
trainings.
know.
But in that case, if, being that he's brand new,
He's brand new.
and if he's,
Yeah.
we can always approve it,
Okay.
probably after the fact.
Well, why we approve it is because Mr. Facto's brought up the fact that it should be approved by
Prior to-
resolution, so.
Them going and then submitting a voucher, you're right.
I'll, if he did sign up, I'll just have him call you, discuss it with you. Right?
Next meeting.
Alright, so the next meeting, regular meeting, 10/25/22, Tuesday at 6 PM. Public hearing, same day, 10/25/22, Tuesday at 5:45 PM, much like it was tonight. Work sessions, 10/3, we will have that definitely, because we're going over the budget. 10/4 if needed, for the second night. And then our last work session, if needed for the month, will be on 10/17 of 22 at 6 PM. So we won't conclude the meeting, but we will need a motion to go into executive session.
Make a motion.
Second.
What's this for?
Personnel. Yes, ma'am. So I'm gonna call it 8:15
Seconded by who?
by
Reg. I first, Rich.
Reggie. First by Vern. Alright, let's do this.
Can we stay in here if everybody else?
The camera's
I'm going in
still
my
running.
office, so that's fine.
Oh,
The
I'm
camera's
gonna
still
go
running.
work.
Oh.
Who?
The camera's still running. I'm not doing it in here. No, not my camera, that camera.
Oh.
Where do you go?
I don't know, he hasn't been here.
So I gotta go back.